Minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Yesterday we discussed chemical properties of metals. Today we are going to discuss the ionic compounds and their properties. Dear students, you know that metals react with non-metals. When metals react with non-metals, metals lose electrons to form positive ions and non-metals gain electrons to form negative ions. Now these ions being oppositely charged attract each other and are held by strong electrostatic forces of attraction to exist as molecules or compounds. These compounds formed are called ionic compounds or electrovalent compounds. Dear students, I have already told you that in a normal atom, the number of electrons and protons are equal. In a normal atom, the number of electrons and protons are equal. You also know that protons are positively charged, whereas electrons are negatively charged. So overall, a normal atom is a neutral atom. It is neither positive nor negative. But in the atoms of metals, you know that metals, when they react with non-metals, metals lose electrons. That means when they lose electrons, they lose some negative charges to form positive charges. So that when we subtract those negative charges from the positive charges, the atom becomes positively charged. It becomes a cation, and non-metals gain electrons. They do not lose, but they gain electrons to form negatively charged ions. Now these ions being positively charged attract each other. So the ions of metals are positively charged and the ions of these non-metals are negatively charged. The metals lose electrons and these non-metals they gain electrons. But these ions are and form ions. These ions are oppositely charged and they attract each other with a force which is called electrostatic force and form molecules and compounds. These compounds formed are called the ionic compounds. In this way, the compounds formed are ionic compounds or electrovalent compounds. For example, if we take sodium atom, you know that sodium has atomic number 11, so it has 11 protons and 11 electrons. When we distribute these electrons in the orbits or shells, the 2 electrons are accommodated in K shell and 8 are accommodated in L shell and 1 in the outermost shell. And the electronic configuration of chlorine is 2, 8 and 7. It has 7 electrons in the outermost shell, but it needs 1 electron, and sodium needs 7 electrons. But it is impossible for sodium to gain 7 more electrons, and it is impossible for chlorine to lose 7 electrons because that need a tremendous energy, a lot of energy, which is impossible for it. So sodium loses this electron and chlorine gains this electron. So in sodium atom, 1 negative charge is removed. So it becomes positively charged ion. And in the same way, chlorine gains 1 electron and it gains 1 more this negative charge, so it becomes electrically negatively charged. When these two charges, these two oppositely charged ions, when they react with each other, they form Na positive and Cl negative, plus Cl negative, or NaCl. Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is an ionic compound because it has been formed by the combination of 2 oppositely charged ions with a force which is called electrostatic force, which exists between the ions of this compound. Now, important characteristic properties of ionic compounds. Ionic compounds consist of ions. This first characteristic property of ionic compounds is that these consist of ions. For example, sodium chloride consists of sodium ion and chlorine ions. Number 2, ionic compounds are solids. These are always solids. In ionic compounds, the ions are held by strong electrostatic forces. Hence, they are solids in nature. Number 3, the ionic compounds in general are crystalline in nature. It is number 3 property. And number 4, the ionic compounds have high melting and boiling point. For example, if we take sodium chloride, its melting point is 10,074 and boiling point is 1,738 degree. In the same way, potassium bromide has melting point 1007 and boiling point 1708. So we see that the boiling points and melting points of ionic compounds are very high. Number 5, ionic compounds are generally soluble in water and in other polar solvents. Number 6, the ionic compounds conduct electricity when dissolved in water or when melted. These are the important characteristic properties of ionic compounds. This was our topic. I hope you should have understood it clearly.